Okay.
Broadcast
All
live.
right. Yes. All right. We are live now. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. Namaskar. Good evening. I am Rudir Bhalla from Wealthy Walls, a professional platform for unbiased and credible information on various aspects of real estate. We are a real estate consultancy in residential, commercial, and in leasing services for our clients. Today, we have an eminent personality whose background and experience speaks volumes for itself. I have an honor of inviting Major General Satish Sahej Pal, who, apart from having an
Hi.
illustrious in armed forces, is also an effective and popular motivational speaker and a life coach too. General Sahajpal has been closely associated with the real estate industry for the last 14 years and is widely regarded as a real estate expert. So let me thank you, sir, for coming live. And I shall begin by asking questions and seek your views on what matters the most as a customer. Yeah,
Good evening. Good evening, friends. Good evening to you all. Happy Mother's Day.
yeah.
I'm extremely happy to share the screen with Rudhir this evening. The purpose of this evening, the interaction and brief question answer session that we'll be having is to bring to focus some of the critical issues actually that have emerged post COVID-19 scenario. We'll try and put this across in the form of question answer so that the
Right,
relevant issues come to focus more effectively. Please
right,
go ahead,
right.
Rudir.
Great, sir. I would like to put across first question to you, sir. In these COVID times and thereafter too, how do you see dynamics of real estate industry witnessing change, especially for a buyer? So, what's your take on that?
Rudir, post-COVID, these are difficult times. There are plenty of challenges. The real
Yeah.
estate industry was already going through a lean patch for about a year and a half
Great.
pre-COVID. If anything, COVID has actually made matters definitely more challenging. And in these times of challenge, there are going to be actions required to be taken by the government, by developers, certain discrete actions to be taken by the customer and buyers
Okay.
who will actually be faced with certain opportunity that the developers will be throwing at him, and he'll have to use his discretion to step forward and take advantage of these opportunities. So there is a role to be played by the government, developer, and the buyers.
Okay. Okay. Sir, as you have closely worked with developers across and you carry a very deep understanding of government policies, how do you see both of them playing their roles in, especially in these times? I mean, what do you foresee, sir?
Uh, these are the two most important players, the government at the center, as well as more so government at the state levels
Right.
and the developers. Uh, in the post-corona, having gone through such a lot of sluggish period, both the government and the developers will be required to take some specific and effective actions to be able to provide traction to the market and the construction activity all over again. As
Okay.
we are aware, the government makes plans. For
Yeah.
example, in Gurgaon, we are working with a master plan 2031. So these kind of
Right.
plans go through a very elaborate process of planning. Then they formulate policies, and to implement the policies, there are rules and there are regulations. Uh, Somehow, I would like to say that these policies have not been revised for a long time. That will be requiring certain amount of relook.
Okay.
The approvals, the whole process of seeking approval and taking approval, moving of files, has been extremely sluggish. And I dare say we'll not be able to afford this kind of luxury post Corona because if we have to pick
Yeah.
up speed, then all these things will have to be made more effective. So
Okay.
they'll have to simplify policies, we'll have to expedite approvals, and to back up these policies, the regulations that will have to be made more effective. And when we are saying talking about these zonal plans and plan. There are, for example, if the government goes and makes a town plan and then makes an R zone, a zonal plan, at the time
Right.
of seeking approvals, somehow we are required to go back to the Patwaris again to see whether this is part of Aravallis or not. And every
Right.
individual
Right.
project is required to go and seek Airport Authority of India approval. I personally think some of these activities are extremely redundant and they are
Okay.
needlessly time consuming. If we continue with the same kind of policies, same procedures, same time, I'm afraid the projects will keep getting delayed further and further. And as you're aware, time overrun is cost overrun. Things are going to be
Correct.
pretty heavy, and the penalties are going to keep getting heavier. But I'm a very optimistic person in this regard. The kind of leadership that we are witnessing right from top to bottom, I'm
Okay.
absolutely confident that as soon as the circumstances improve and we step into the post COVID scenario, the government and the developers are both going to come forward and take the action that they're required to take. On part of the developers, just as the government will be taking specific action, the most important part for the developers is to get the resources back together at the project sites.
Yeah.
That means resources in terms of men, material, plant, and equipment. Of these, uh, as we are now seeing on the television every day, the most important and critical is going to be get the workforce back at the site again. Having said that, the developers will also be having to look at their finances and get their act together so that the resources are available in terms of men, material, and equipment, and there is cash flow readily available. This will be providing the necessary confidence to the buyer as well as to the investor in these projects. So I
Okay.
think these
Okay.
are the actions that the government will be taking and the developers will be taking as soon as the corona scene is over.
Okay, okay. So, sir, this actually takes me to a logical thought process, which says, as a prospective buyer who has been contemplating on buying home or investing in real estate for the last couple of months, I would say maybe for the last many years or so, what should be my decision making now? I mean, should I wait? Will prices come? Will prices go down? What's your take on this scenario?
My take on this will be, as you have mentioned, you've been looking at the market for last month, month and a half, 2 months, studying the markets. We are already aware of the good projects, not so good projects, the status of progress of various projects. We've been having a close look at the market, I would like to believe. Now, as soon as the COVID situation improves, the developers are going to be eager to liquidate their assets, and you can actually look at and anticipate number of freebies. A certain amount of correction has already taken place in the market, so more
Okay.
correction can be expected, and then there are going to be uh, pretty friendly payment terms that are going to be extended to you. The
Okay.
aim of the developer being that somehow, if you are keen to buy a unit, then you should not go away because of the payment terms or because the price is not acceptable to you. And
Right.
in every other way, if he can incentivize to get you attracted to buying his project, he would like to do that. And as a sensible buyer, I'm sure you'd like to witness that and take full advantage of the market conditions that are available. I think this is the right time to buy.
Okay.
As a word of advice or recommendation from our side, I would say if you are looking for a residential property, you should look for a property which is ready to move in. It's
Okay.
always a safer bet, or something which is about to be completed, where the structure is over. Most of the interior work is now in progress, which could another 3 to 4 to 5 months. He
Right.
should be able to hand over the unit to you. Though those are the kind
Okay.
of residential units. With
Hmm.
regard to commercial and retail, you should actually be looking at pre-rented property, which is also
Okay.
ready for handing over.
Okay.
Those are
Okay.
the words of advice that I have for you. I think
Okay.
this, if you are planning to buy, this is the time to buy.
Oh, great. Great. In fact, sir, my final question to you is for our viewers who are looking to buy or invest in real estate, please educate briefly the practical significance of RERA on their buying decision. What do you have to say on this?
Rudy RERA was actually implemented. It came into effect on the 1st May 2017. I remember as a part of a project that I was heading at that time, there was some part of
Yeah.
the project which came within RERA. There is some part that qualified for having not within the ambit of RERA. So I have
Okay.
this memory of exact date. It was effective from 1st May 2017. It's an act of Parliament of India, which was actually aimed at safeguarding the interest of the buyers in the market. And
Okay.
if I may put it also, may sound a little crude, and to prevent exploitation of the buyer uh, by some of the builders who probably were not as scrupulous as they are in the market today. So that was the background to RERA. RERA having come into being, as I said, it was there to safeguard the interest of the buyer. So first and foremost, what happens is that it provides a redress, uh, a tribunal in case of any grievances by the buyer. There is a tribunal, there is a quasi judiciary kind of an organization which is available to him where he can take his complaints.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Second, as per the RERA regulation, there is a certain amount of funds which was the biggest bane of real estate actually earlier. The funds were collected from the buyer and they were redeployed, remobilized somewhere else, which is not going to be permitted under the provisions of RERA. There is a fixed percentage, which is 70% in this case, will be
Okay.
set aside, which will be spent only on the project execution.
Yeah.
To make sure that the project at no stage gets stalled for want of money, which is actually being steadily plowed in or being invested by the buyer. So that's the second relief that will be coming, which is a big relief that will be coming the buyer's way. Third is the builder buyer agreement we've always been hearing and reading about has always been one-sided.
Yeah.
The buyer has been placed at a disadvantage because he is a single body. Builder or developer is a much more powerful entity compared to a single buyer. So therefore, the entire builder-buyer agreement was loaded in favor of the developer, which is not going to be allowed to happen now. There is going to be this cafeteria which is going to be stated uh, in the builder buyer agreement. So therefore, on
True.
that score, the buyer cannot be taken for a ride again. Earlier in the super built up area, all kinds of area manipulation used to happen, which is not going to be. So all these aspects which were earlier ailing the industry and putting the buyer at a disadvantage have been taken into consideration. A very detailed study is gone into some of the
Okay.
points that I have mentioned, and this will also all these actions that we are talking about, funds getting utilized, and the single agency redressal, cafeteria, etc., being addressed, will actually ensure timely delivery, which has
Right.
also now been factored into the RERA approval. Without
Okay.
getting the RERA approval, the project cannot be launched, they cannot begin to market and begin to sell. So when
True.
they get the first installment from the buyer, they have to make sure that all these conditions have been fulfilled. They have been submitted to the RERA, they've been examined fully, and only once RERA authority is satisfied that yes, project is now fit to be launched, will any kind of marketing activity will be permitted. So the buyer's interests have been safeguarded.
Okay.
And I would like to believe that the discrete developer who actually mean business when they come into this will also benefit because they would like to go transparent. They would like to go one to one with the buyer. So there is no doubt in his mind. There's no doubt because these people don't have any intention of cheating the buyer ultimately. That is the good part. So only
Okay.
the worthy and the well-meaning developers are there in the market now, and I would like to believe RERA is therefore going to be to the advantage of the buyer and is going to fulfill its complete function that it was designed for. Yeah,
Great,
I hope
great,
that answers
great,
your question.
great. Sir, this concludes our quick and practical insights on what matters most as a customer. I really thank you, sir, for sharing your wisdom, and I look forward to your continued appearance to touch upon many of these gray areas.
I'll be glad
Uh,
to, Rudhi. And for the listeners who have witnessed and listened to this conversation, in case there are any amplificatory issues that you would like, you can always go to Wealthy Walls, meet up with Rudhir, and seek further clarifications on all the issues that we have discussed. From time to time, once we get a feedback from you, what other issues that you wish us to crystallize on, it'll be a pleasure for us to keep coming and sharing our thoughts with you. Thank you very much.
right. Thank you all for watching this chat. Hope this small effort of ours has brought some insights for you. I request you all to kindly share your feedback on our Facebook page, which is by the name of Rudir Balla or Wealthy Walls. Thank you once again, and bye bye for good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thanks.
much.